I'm just a massive cuddler.
Someone else
Help me!
So talking about your latest song, Choro.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Choro is it's kind of very much in the line of the stuff for people that know Storyteller. It's also produced by Mushtaq, what I would call modern pop R&B, integrated with an old Indian sample. In this case, we've taken Aiso Jia Me Samaye Gayo Re from the movie Sahib Bibi Aur Ghulam from 1962. It's the first time that we've gone back to that era since we did Kabhi Yaar Kabhi Paar and Can't Get Enough, and we did Lekhe Pehla Pehla Pyar and Let's Work It Out. So it was super cool to go back to that era. The thing that's different about Choro is that normally I'm talking about how much I love a girl and she doesn't love me back. In this, it's very different. I'm like, please, give me some space.
Yeah.
But that only makes sense. That's actually very unlike me. I'm just a massive cuddler. Sorry, Mom. But I couldn't have done Choro without having a video for it. It was super important.
But आपके जैसे ना songs पुराने हिंदी गाने कोई recreate नहीं करता. आप select कैसे करते हो ये songs?
I remember, when I was in elementary school, Mom had a tape in the car called Devanand songs, and we were listening to those all the time. So to me, those felt like contemporary songs. And then I'm a Michael Jackson fan, and Stevie Wonder, and Boyz II Men, and real vocalists in R&B music. And I lived in Calgary, Canada, which is known for country music. And I think that really comes through on the songs that I make. So that's why you hear all those ingredients in it.
Yeah. So it all started from here.
Of course, yeah. Well, that's true for all of us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how did you end up becoming a presenter?
To be honest, it was not planned.
Well, nothing's planned.
Yeah.
But when did you know you were good at speaking to people?
When I started it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that completely devalidates my answer. So it's not helpful at all, Gaurav. Jeez. Yeah.
Okay, you can ask someone else.
Help me!
Talking about the composition of this song, Choro, I think, is heavily programmed.
I would say yes and no, in the sense that the way that Mushtaq produces, he's such an organic producer, from working with Amy Winehouse, myself, doing the Terry Hall project, that you could call it programmed, sure, but it's not like, they're not synthetic sounds. You know what I mean? They're sounds that feel like it's just an elevated way of being able to use live musicians. And where possible, on records, we do use live musicians.
Tell us about the lyrics of it.
The lyrics without the visual just sound like a guy who doesn't want to commit to a girl. But with the context of the visual, I think what the lyrics are actually meant to be is a guy who's trying to convince a woman not to murder him. Just to so he's playing safe until he can escape.
Yeah. What was the most difficult aspect of making the song?
The most difficult aspect for me is always the video. I don't enjoy making videos. It's not my forte.
How do you judge a success of the song?
You can tell how well a song does not by the number of streams. It's where it sits in people's hearts when they talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Like, you just know. For me, the other one is when I'm performing on stage. And as soon as that drops, people are like invested. By no metric is that a hit record, but it's a hit record.
Yeah. Your favorite memory while making this song?
Choro?
Yeah.
Actually, my favorite memory is sitting there and, like, when you're trying to write something, whether it's a paragraph or a story or a song, and the first iteration of whatever I write is super generic. And then when you go, oh, there's this idea, like, what if I've been kidnapped, and what if it's this? And, oh, what about, like, if we interpret? And then to see that small idea in my head work out on the song and then turn into a video, it's like an idea. And now it's a thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty cool.